So what we're going to focus on tonight is with the SkyTrak Launch Monitor and trying to limit those misreads. Okay, there's nothing more frustrating in many ways than when you hit an absolute, you've hit a great shot and you look up and there's, doesn't read it, doesn't get registered. If you're on TGC 2019, that drive that is going to go bombing down the fairway doesn't, materialize, and then when you hit your second one, you never hit it as good as that first one. It's just a fact. And when you hit a bad one, never seem to get a misread. So annoying, right? Okay, so I'm going to give you a little walk through some tips that will definitely help limit those misreads. Okay, now the first one is, before we get down closer to the launch monitor, is, and probably the most important one, remember when you hit that golf ball, the SkyTrak takes an absolute thousands, I don't know what the number is, but an amazing amount of photographs of that ball taking off on its flight, and that's where it measures all of the spin, the speed, and it makes all those calculations and then calculates exactly where your ball would go with real accuracy. Okay, so the first and probably the most important thing is, whatever you have got opposite your launch monitor, it must be some kind of blank canvas that really contrasts the golf ball, so it makes it a lot easier for the launch monitor to actually recognize and get the readings, which will then mean that you see your shot and you don't get a misread. Okay, so my brick wall here actually works really well. I am thinking of putting a graphic, a huge graphic on this wall, just because it'll be a nice, cool thing to do in the studio. I've tidied it all up on this side now, got rid of all the clutter. It looks a lot better, it feels a lot better. Now, when I do that, I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, but when I do it, the graphic is going to, the actual graphic picture is going to stop around here, and it's going to fade to just a completely black background. And that's going to make it even easier for the SkyTrak to pick up the white golf ball. So first and biggest tip is, make sure whatever is opposite, it's a blank canvas and it contrasts your golf ball to the absolute maximum. Okay, let's get down a bit closer to the launch monitor now and give some more tips on how to make sure that you don't get those misreads. Right, so we've come down close to the launch monitor now, and as you can see on the front of the SkyTrak, you can actually see the window where it takes the photographs of your ball flight. So that is its field of vision. You can also see here the red dot, the red laser dot, where it is telling you to place your golf ball. So the first really important tip is, always place your logo on your golf ball at the launch monitor, because it uses the logo as a reference point for registering the spin of your ball. If you are hitting it off a T-peg, then place that T-peg directly over the red dot and then point the logo at your golf ball. If you have a very high ball speed, I would advise placing it an inch behind the red dot, again with the logo pointing at the launch monitor. I would do this with your woods and possibly your long irons, and it just gives the SkyTrak that extra split second to register the flight of your ball. The only other time I would advise not placing it on the red dot is when you are playing a lob wedge. Certainly if you are trying to get the ball up very steeply, so maybe trying to get a very high ball flight with your lob wedge, or trying to get it out of a bunker on TGC 2019, whatever it might be, where you're trying to get the ball up quickly, I advise putting it an inch in front of the red dot. This is because if you place it on the red dot and get a very steep angle of attack, it can actually completely miss the field of vision of the launch monitor and you won't get a read. By placing it that inch in front, it just gives you that extra chance of it going through the field of vision and it picking up your shot and not getting one of those annoying misreads. Right, so I hope you found that all very useful. Certainly if you stick to doing all of those things on your shots, you're definitely going to get more reads and less misreads when you're using your SkyTrak Launch Monitor. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you're enjoying the channel. Like I said at the start of the video, if you would consider hitting that subscribe button, liking the videos, it will be very much appreciated. I'm committed to trying to keep bringing content from in here while we're in lockdown. And, you know, I'm absolutely chomping at the bit to get out on the golf course, not just to go and play some golf, but obviously also to create some content from out on the golf course as well. Okay, till next time, I'll see you on the next video. Take care, stay safe, and let's hope we're all back playing golf in the UK sooner rather than later.